Alrighty, we got our coffee made. Hey, Tony here, Random Adventures 2.0. Let me have a sip of this. All right, let's get the day going. All right, so what are we doing? Well, we are in our new studio, and this is the very first product that we're going to review. And what is it? All right, so we're going to take a look at this here. This is the GP4000 jump starter made by GooLoo. So it is a jump starter power bank. All right, and it is the GP4000 jump starter. All righty, let's flip around and look at this box a little bit. So it is a 4,000 amp peak current. Does start maximum gas engine capacity, so all gas. And look at that, that is pretty wild. That goes up to a maximum diesel engine capacity of 10 liters. Easy to jumpstart 12-volt vehicles. We've got one, you just want to connect that vehicle battery. Then you want to look for the green light, and once the green light's ready, start the engine. So only 3 pretty simple steps there. Okay, one thing with the GP4000 is that it's got 8 smart safety protections. The first one being overcharge protection, second being overcurrent protection. Then we got a short circuit protection, then reverse polarity protection, low temperature protection, high temperature protection, over voltage protection, and then last but not least, overload protection. All right, so that's all on the box here. And then we've got the contact information and so forth, email or website, and the 800 number. All right, so let's keep flipping this around. Oh, looks like we got some specs on the side. Okay, product specifications. It's a model GP4000. Capacity is 99.2 watt hours. Starting current is 800 amps. Then 500 amps, peak current 4,000 amps. Wow. Oh, that's why it's probably called the GP4000. Okay, so we got an input type C, output type C, quick charge and so forth already. Say, that's about the box. Who cares about the box, right? Let's see what's inside. All right, so we'll get this opened up. Oh. So we're going to open it up on the side, get this out. All righty. Oh, it comes in a really, really nice little case here. So this is a nice travel case to keep in the car. Yeah, that's really nice. All right, so I'm going to get this unzipped. All righty. So first thing we see is a little cushion here that separates your different attachments from the actual GP4000. So this is the user manual that comes with it. So there's a nice little place to keep it right above the GP4000. All right, so I'm going to unpack this, and I'm going to take a look at the user's manual, and I will bring you back on in a little bit. All right, so what do we got in here? I'll pull these things out. And I think I'm going to lay everything that's in this pack out on the table so we can take a look at it together. All right, let me get that done. What do we have here? So we've got the actual connections for the jump starter. So these would attach positive and negative to your battery. Then they send you along this little adapter here, which is a 12-volt cigarette lighter. I don't know if they call them cigarette lighters anymore, but that would be, say, like if you had a air pump or anything that works off of 12 volts that needs a that connection, they provide you with the female section of that plug. All right, and then this is obviously a wall jack with your USB to C cable, and that's how you charge the unit up. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox the other side, get the actual star of the show out, and let's take a look at that. All right, so we've got the GP4000 out of the box, and the first thing that you will notice is that it does say caution, fully charged before use. Now, I don't know what kind of charge is on here, so I'm going to go ahead and take the plug and get this thing fully charged up so we can start taking a look at it. Alrighty, before I get this plugged in, I wanted to see how much charge is on here coming right from the factory. All right, so we've got 3 lights, so it's 3/4 of the way charged. Let's get it fully charged up. All right, so we are all charged up. So I just pulled this off the charger. I'm gonna just show you that it's all 100%. So that's 25, 50, 75, and 100. So each one of those lights or levels is a level of charge. So, and it goes by 25 increments. So there you go. So what are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna check out this output first. So we've got a 15 volt, 10 amp output, and we are going to take our cigarette lighter. All right, so I grabbed my air pump from my air mattress. I car camp. So this is going to be very cool if it works. So you just want to put this in here. Now, if I had a tire pump or something like that, or a little air compressor, same principle. So I just want to go ahead and turn this on. Oh, there we go. So I already had the pump on, but there's the on-off switch for the pump. And you can see the blue lights there. Oh, I'm blowing the boxes off, so that is good. Alrighty, so that worked. All right, so we want to take a look at some of the other options here. We've got, this is where we plugged in to charge it. So this is an input, so that's a C type. Then we've got the USB. Now this is just a 5 watt, 2.1 amp USB. Now this one here is the fast charger to do the fast charge. And then we've got a LED light. So that, I'll show you that here in a minute. But let's go ahead and use one of the USBs to charge up. I've got a tablet here. So let me plug that in and see how that does. Okay, so give this a plug in there. And yep, we got a charge here. So we're going to, this thing was dead. I've got it plugged in the fast charger. And it looks like we're starting to charge there already. Okay, so the GP4000 also has this really cool feature here, which is this LED light right here. And it has several functions. So it has a just regular light, just regular shining light, and then it's got a strobe, and then it also has an SOS signal that you can deploy if you're broke down on the side of the road and you want to use the SOS flash. You can do that. So let's go through those functions quick. Okay, so I'm going to turn the lights out and then hit this button. So you want to do a long hold on the button, and that turns the light on with a second push. That is the strobe, and then the third push is the SOS light. Alrighty, so that works. Cool. And then just hold the button down, turns it off. Alrighty. So really cool features. I mean, we've checked them all out. It's still got 100%. Well, we used a teeny bit, but it's still showing 100% on here. So what do we get this for, and what are we checking it out for? Mainly is for will it jump start a vehicle. So that's the only thing we got to test yet. So let's go find us a dead battery. All right, here we go. All right. So what I did is I came to a local garage, because garages always have cars that don't start. And when I got here, he said, hey, we were here an hour ago, we had 2 of them. So we came out in the lot. This G6 is Pontiac. It always goes dead. We just tried it. It's deader than a doornail. So we are going to go ahead and hook up the GooLoo and see what we can do. Right here on the side, there is the connection for the battery jumper cable. So I'm just going to give that a quick push in there. And you can see that little red light coming on. All right. So we got our power, and now let's get it hooked up. All right, so we just want to put our terminals on, or connections to the terminals, and it says when you see that green light, go ahead and give it a start. So I'm going to jump in the car and see what happens here. And we've still got 4, so that didn't take much. Alrighty, that was awesome. I'm gonna head back to the studio and let's go over that GooLoo again. Man, that worked awesome. All right, see you back at the studio. Alrighty. So here we are back in the studio. I wanted to come back up here just to do a real quick talk about the GooLoo GP4000. All right, so I'm going to go over the positives and also the cons. Let me start with the cons first. There weren't any. All right. No, honestly, I did not have any. This really intrigued me from the time that I opened it. This was amazing. You know, I was a little hesitant to do the review on this because I'm thinking, well, where am I going to find a dead battery, right? But then I remembered going to look at cars, used cars, different times. They'll take you out and they'll go to start it and the battery's dead, which is never a good thing when you're trying to sell a car, right? So I ran up to a car dealer. I went to one, they were closed. I went to the other one, and it's actually a garage. And I talked to him. I asked him to find me a car. He said, I got the perfect one. It's got a dead battery in it. In fact, the battery needs replaced. He said, go ahead and you can use that one. So I got it and tried it, and it didn't even click. You know how you usually get the click, 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 click? No, it was dead. Absolutely 100% dead. I didn't even get the doorbell dinging. So we set the GooLoo up, and sure enough, I had to let it sit for maybe 3 minutes just before I got in and started it. And then I could hear the doorbell start to go, and then I cranked it and started right up. I let it run for a little bit, closed the hood, and here we are. So this is a great product. Like I said, I'm using it in my Subaru. I'm going to stick this in just for peace of mind. Not that if I'm car camping in a remote area, I can't run out and say, hey, can you give me a jump? And someone comes over, and I won't have to worry about positioning the car because it doesn't matter how the car is positioned, to pull bumper to bumper, to jump the car. So that is a very good positive. I don't need another vehicle, another driver. And with the safety features that are on there, I can't even put it tells me if I've got them on wrong. Say I put the positive on the negative. So if you're unsure about that kind of stuff, this thing won't let you do it wrong, right? So very good. I know it is on Amazon. In fact, I've got it on my storefront as well. So go on over, check it out. And I'm going to see, I think I'll put a link down in the description. So definitely going in the vehicle, and this is going to be a great addition. In fact, I think I'm going to pick the second one up for our other car. But yeah, car camping, all kinds of stuff, very great. After I started the vehicle, it was still at 100%. I'm going to get quite a few jumps out of that. And I think if you go on to Amazon, there should be a lot of information in the description. And if you don't know something and you want to know it, shoot out a question and somebody will get back to you. Alrighty. So, hey, thanks for coming along. Thanks for taking a look at this product. And hey, we'll see you on the next one. Alrighty. Tony 2.0 out. Alrighty.